everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Bob Day.
Bob Day.
It's the Bobcast, episode 18.
18.
18.
18.
I'm DVB.
And I'm Bob.
Molly.
And we are this week taking a little break from talking about Pokemon news stories. Instead, we are going to be talking about your best Pokemon gift ideas for the people in your life that want Pokemon.
Which is everybody, right? I mean, really.
I forgot to turn the volume off on this.
Yeah, turn the volume off. I mean, everybody likes Pokemon, right?
Everybody, indeed, right?
Yep.
Yep. Sheila, she said yes. Her birthday's coming up.
No. I mean, yes.
But first, we got to tell you about something that we do after the show.
What are we doing after the show?
We go to Whatnot.
Oh, my goodness.
And if you use our invite link, what's that invite link?
It is whatnot.com/invite/Bob's Pokemon. You'll
That's
see
easy
it
to remember.
on screen.
Yeah. You can get $15 in credit off your first purchase in the app.
And if you don't feel like typing it in.
Type it in?
It's like G language.
G language.
If you don't feel like typing it in, go to bobspokemon.com. We got the link for you right there. It's real easy.
It's real easy.
You just click it.
And if you already have signed up for Whatnot, you may not be able to get the credit, but you can join us for our $1, or just $3, right?
$3 now.
Our $3
I
auction,
got you for $3.
where we're going to have perfect order. We open some sealed product on camera
Lots of sealed
and
product.
auction off the packs, and you can win prizes.
Whoa.
You can win a lot of prizes. We got a bingo board. If you complete a row, you get a whole elite trainer box.
That's right. And just by opening one of our pretty cards that we have on our
Just
screen,
one?
you get a booster pack of perfect order.
Perfect little booster bag. Could be meow. This could be your payday. You don't know.
That's a good line. I like that.
Yeah.
So make sure you come over 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 p.m. on Whatnot. We're going to be giving away stuff every, 30 minutes for buyers giveaways?
Buyers giveaways are going to be every 30 minutes. Every 5 minutes, we're giving away something.
Yeah, we are. I can't wait to see you guys there. But first, we're going to be talking about our birthday gifts.
Birthday gifts. Why would anybody need to know about?
Well, a certain somebody has a birthday coming up.
Yeah.
And it was a great topic for right now. But, it's a little early. So we're going to talk about Pokemon gifts first. Maybe I can get some ideas out of you.
Yeah, I mean, so the first thing you always have to say to yourself, like, what you need to know what to ask. Where to look, what to buy, what not to buy. If you can't see the thing on screen, I'm reading directly off.
Yeah, so if you aren't into Pokemon, but you got a kid or you got a relative or somebody that you need to buy a present for, there's a couple questions we're going to go through that you might be able to ask or maybe able to, weasel some information out. Mm-hmm. And then, once you actually know what you're looking for, you may want to write some stuff down because there's a lot of information that you can get out of people.
Yeah, there's so many different things, so many different kinds of collectors. So some of the questions you could ask, like, what is someone's favorite Pokemon? Do they actually play the games? Do they just collect? Do they like single cards? Do they collect sealed?
You're good at reading, aren't you?
I'm the best at reading.
So let's go through each of these topics.
Yeah.
So just move. Let's just keep going through because we're gonna go through each one separately.
Okay.
So first, what are your favorite Pokemon? So you got a kid. There's 1,025 different Pokemon right now, and they're gonna have some more coming out soon. Mm-hmm. We already know 3 more.
We know 3.
Yeah.
Which means there's really gonna be 9 more guaranteed.
Yeah.
New drop.
But there's always every collector, every Pokemon fan, everybody's got a favorite. I mean, you're gonna hear the same few Pokemon from most people. But there's other people out there. I mean, I've seen people who collect Spupa. I'm like, I don't know why.
I've never seen anybody collect Spupa.
Yeah. Well, I watch a lot of vendor videos. People come up, hey, I have a very obscure Pokemon. Do you have any Spupa? And the guy's like, no, I can't sell that. I can't make any. I'm trying to make money here. You think I just have Spupa? No, nobody does that on camera. I'm sure they do it,
Yeah. So everybody's going to have a different Pokemon that's their favorite. They don't always appear in every set that comes out. Pokemon releases new sets every couple months. If you got a kid that likes Charizard, you can't just buy the newest set and find Charizards in it. And you may not know what there's a couple of different Charizards. So you may need to do a little bit more digging. If you don't know all the Pokemon, you may have a little bit of trouble figuring it out. But if you're very specific with the questions you ask, it'll help you make an informed decision about what types of things you can get that person.
Yeah, some friend of mine actually messaged me about a month ago saying, oh, my kid just got into Pokemon cards. I know you do that. So the list of Pokemon he gave me, now mind you, this is a 5-year-old. The list of Pokemon he gave me, Charizard, Gengar, Pikachu. I was like, oh, how much money you got? I was like,
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, those are the most expensive ones in every form.
and then like listed off like Charmander, Charmeleon, and I was like, ooh.
There's another thing. Not every Pokemon is just by itself. There's an evolutionary line. So Pokemon transform into new Pokemon. So if somebody's favorite card or favorite Pokemon is, let's say, Charizard. Well, Charizard evolved from different Pokemon that you may be able to also get as gifts that may be a little bit cheaper. Because some of the cheapest Charizards are still going to be $20, $25.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, now like 151 prices are crazy, but there was a time when you could get like the Charmander illustration rate was like $10. Charizard was like, you know, 50 to 100. So it's like if you're buying for a little kid, like get him the $10 card.
Exactly.
But another big thing is, you know, do they actually want to play the game or do they just want to fill a binder?
Yeah. Some people, they just like the cards. They want to put it in their binder. They want to collect it. They want to look at it. Some people, they're trying to play the game, and those people are a little bit cheaper to buy for, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know, you can actually buy like battle decks. You can buy, we'll go through some options and some items. But if somebody just wants to fill binders, unfortunately, those are the people who are probably looking for the prettiest cards just to put in. I mean, everybody who started with Pokemon when it first dropped, pretty much all of us were just collectors. Very few people played the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, there obviously was a Pokemon scene, but every kid just wanted the best cards. Everybody was trying to just get the flashiest, coolest Pokemon, the ones they liked. You know, I bring it up all the time. A dear friend of mine, he loved Rapidash. And I traded a very cheap Rapidash for an expensive Pidgeotto because he wanted Rapidash. And I'm somehow friends with that man 30 years later still.
But yeah, so this is a question you're definitely going to want to ask. Or if you can't ask questions, does the kid have a bunch of decks that they have? That means they might be playing the game. Or do they just have a bunch of binders or maybe graded cards that are in stands? Those people may be more collectors.
Another thing, you know, are we talking about sealed or singles? Sealed, we're going to get into it. Sealed has a whole world by itself. But buying individual cards, traditionally, usually a lot cheaper, unless you're talking about those mega, mega expensive cards.
But it's going to require you to have a little bit more information.
Yes.
You know, if somebody is a collector of individual cards and they have a very specific Pokemon that they're into, you may need to figure out what they already have so you don't get them duplicates. Now, sometimes they may not care, and they may want 4, 5, 6, whatever, a full binder page of the same Pokemon.
Yeah.
But if you want something unique and special, you don't want to get them the same thing every time, you know?
I mean, I regret not doing it at the time, but I wanted an entire binder of that 151 Poliwhirl. So, like, people could have just got me that over and over and over again. I would have been so happy, you know. Hey, Poly King, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in.
Mr. Poly King.
So, you know, sometimes getting the same card is fine. You know, it's always important to find out what people want. I mean, that's just the general rule in life, right? You're buying somebody a gift.
Yeah.
Hopefully you know them well enough.
Yeah. So you may need to ask a bunch of questions to figure this out, especially if you don't know much about Pokemon.
Yep. So when it comes to singles, you have graded cards and you have raw cards or ungraded cards. Some people like to collect the slabs, PSA, CGC, Beckett. If somebody is a graded card collector, you need to ask them which grading company they like.
Yeah. Very
few people collect them all.
And if you take a picture of it, you'll be able to figure out what it is just by looking at it because each slab looks different.
I think Poliwhirl is the superior one, actually. You know, because when Poliwhirl evolves, he has a choice of continuing to look cool or turning green and weird. So I like the one that looks still cool.
Shots
you know?
fired. Shots fired. And then there's also condition. Like, not every slab is going to be the same price.
Yeah.
Do they only want grade 10 pristine cards? Is that all they collect? Or do they like, you know, any card in a slab so they know it's authentic and they just like the way it looks in the slab?
Yeah.
Some people don't need a perfect 10, and that'll be a lot cheaper.
Oh, yeah. Big time, big time. So, you know, that's what's like. I have a couple of grade 9s that I'll probably be buried with because nobody wants them, but...
Yeah. Oh, Nick's getting a little uppity over there.
A little uppity.
And then if they're not into the actual cards themselves, or if you can't really figure out what to get them, you can always go with supplies or merchandise. You might be able to get them stuff for their collection. Do they need a new binder? There's some fancy zipper binders. Do they need sleeves to put their cards in? Do they need stands? Do they just want some Pokemon outfits? The picture I got up there's a new Target collaboration coming up in May with Kanto. So if you know a little bit about the different regions or which Pokemon is from the region that they like, you may be able to find merchandise that goes with what they want.
You know, you might have somebody like Chance8510 here saying they want Chanseys. Chanseys, there are plenty of affordable Chanseys out there. Plenty of affordable Chanseys.
I imagine they're mostly all affordable.
No, you'd be surprised. They're not all affordable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, great. Philip, grade 1 slabs. There are grade 1 collectors out there. You'll notice grade 1s are more expensive than grades 2, 3, and 4 because there's actually a market for grade 1s. It's like an art form. People getting things that come back a 1. You have to actually damage it a specific way. So are you better off buying supplies? The ETBs have like sleeves, dice, coins, like cool stuff to actually play the game with. And that's a sealed product.
Yeah, so you can get a sealed Elite Trainer box. They sell them at a lot of different retailers, but they may be difficult to get, so you may need to get them at a little bit of a higher price. But they come with all of the supplies that somebody who plays the game may want. Mm-hmm. They also come with a couple of things that collectors may want, like the sleeves to put their cards in.
You know, and I don't want to recommend a newbie to do this, but you can buy like the ETBs without the packs way cheaper. I wouldn't recommend a newbie trying to do that because there's a lot of weird people out there. But you'll see like an ETB sells for $60 without the packs, it sells for $10. So if you just want the sleeves, the dice, the coin,
yeah.
But if you don't know what you're doing, don't try to do that.
Yeah, be careful.
So places to look. Probably the ultimate one always is your local gaming store. The problem with local gaming stores is they have to mark things up. They have to make a profit. So it's not going to be the cheapest. Definitely not. But if you have a reputable local gaming store, it's been around a long time, all the products are going to be legit. Usually the people in there are really helpful. I've found in New Jersey, every store I've been to, the people have been awesome. That hasn't been my experience everywhere I've gone in the world, but...
One downside is there may be a little bit of a limited... Well, most retailers, there's going to be limited issues. You may not be able to find a lot of stuff there.
When you say superior gens, do you mean like, ones...
Yeah, we're ignoring Polycube.
Yeah, I was like, Gen 1 is clearly the superior.
Yeah, you can also get at retailers,
Yep.
So Target, Walmart, places like that sometimes have either sealed product, and sometimes you got to be careful because they'll sell third-party products that are sealed, but they're not from the Pokemon company.
Yep.
So if you're going to buy something, you want to make sure it's one of the official Pokemon products. Because you can go into Walmart and sometimes they'll have something from a third party that has an assortment of booster packs and it's marked up way too much. And you don't want that.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Tebow finds playmats are great gifts. And they're usually not too expensive.
They're also not even just for people who play the game. If you have a computer, you can use it as a mouse pad.
They're really cool. Playmats are awesome. And
Like,
there's a lot of really good ones.
I was given one of those...
Chavda.
I was given one of those Pikachu. It was a big one. It was probably like 30 by 18, I think. I just use it as a mouse pad at my computer.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, that's another thing. That same person who had mentioned to me that their kids got into it started sending me listings on Target and Walmart, and they were all the third-party listings. And I was like, trying to explain to them, when you look at the pricing, usually you don't have to do too much research. You can usually figure out right there if it's a third party. If the packs come out to like $9-10 per pack, you're like, okay, that's not being sold by Target.
And then you also want to be aware, if you're going to buy anything online, you need to be aware of resealed products. Some products, people will open them, take out the good cards, put in some garbage, and reseal it and sell it as if it were new.
Yep.
So if you're going to buy something online, make sure it's from a reputable store with a lot of good reviews. And if you get it in, look up what it's supposed to look like so that you know you didn't get something that somebody tampered with.
Yep. Usually, when you've been around a while, you can kind of tell when the seals are legit and when they're not. But they're getting better. That's the thing. For as long as there's money in it, people will get better at faking it. So that's why, TCG Player is a great resource, but there's also a lot of people who just pop up shops. So you want to look for the people who have good reviews, been around a long time.
And stay away from Amazon.
Yeah, I would never order. I did it once, and I didn't regret it, but I still question whether or not those were resealed, those Blaziken boxes, because we didn't get anything out of them. Like, we opened multiple Blaziken, but there was not one illustration rare out of any of those packs.
Yeah,
so they could have been resealed. Not sure. So yeah, same as we were just saying. Gaming stores, great resource. We actually just kind of went through that. If I had known these slides were here, we would have.
I made a lot of slides.
You made a lot of slides this week. DVB put a lot of work into this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, eBay is very dangerous. Amazon and eBay are very dangerous for buying like sealed products.
Oh, and then the other thing
Yeah.
is never buy loose packs.
Loose packs are a bad idea.
If you're gonna buy anything that is not sealed, again, you got to make sure it's from somebody really reputable because people will weigh them, and more expensive cards will be in a heavier pack, and you won't get any of those.
I have seen, yes, people started faking the crimp error cards. I'm not big into GameStop is fine. Why do you hate GameStop? They just have high prices. There's nothing wrong with GameStop. They just have high prices.
Did you see? Did I send you the video of the guy that made the 3D printed thing to put cards through to make the fake crimps?
No.
Oh, it was so funny. You made them really easily.
Yeah, but see, I'm not into errors, so like that wouldn't even occur to me that market even exists. Like, I'm not into error cards, but there is a market for crimping. People do it, and apparently now there's a huge market for faking it. So yeah, what to buy? Graded cards, sealed products, collector supplies.
Yeah. So if you buy graded cards, you know they're authentic. Even if you don't know anything about Pokemon, you know you're not getting ripped off with a fake. Sealed products, if the seals are good and you can tell that it's new and it wasn't resealed, you know that it's a good product to buy.
And one thing I will also kind of point out, listen, you don't have to buy from GameStop. You don't want the price. They have I was just saying, they have $120 for the poster collections, which is way over MSRP, but it's way below market value for Ascended Heroes packs. Like, you can't get Ascended Heroes packs for less than $10. So,
and for people who are buying as a gift for somebody, if they're trying to get something at the last minute, where are they going to go? They're going to have to go to GameStop.
I was saying, I have no problem. I love that GameStop raised their prices because I can get whatever I want whenever I want. As I said, yeah, you got to pay for it, but if I want a product, I can walk in the door. It's right there on the counter. I'm like, yeah, let me get one of those.
Yeah, thousands of them.
One thing to be aware of is with graded cards, you also want to make sure that the slabs don't look like they're cracked at all, because some people pop them open. Around the edges is a big deal. Whenever you see those graded, the slab guards, take them off. Take a look at it.
Yeah, this is if you're going to buy graded cards.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Make sure it's still sealed up from the original grading.
Yeah, see, Poly King, you say the Moltres boxes are $280. If you bought them from GameStop, you would have made a ton of money. And they were sitting there for a long time before people bought them up. Same thing with the Charizard boxes. So yeah, these are the different companies. You got, PSA, BGS, TAG, CGC, SGC. You want to make sure whoever you're buying it for, that's the company they like.
Yeah, a lot of people are very particular.
Like the general, like gold of the gold is pristine 10 Beckett's, but there's so few of them in the world.
Yeah, so you'll see a number on the card. It gives you the grade of the card. So if somebody's into 10s, it'll say the word 10 right on there.
And usually with these, you can also look up like the population of them and see if the card is actually that rare. Like, a PSA 10, there'll always be more PSA 10s than BGS pristine 10s.
Yeah.
So they're 280 on their website. Oh, but I'm saying they didn't used to be. They were selling in the store for like 180 when they originally dropped. Oh, 160 you said. Yeah, so if you bought them, you'd be fine. You waited too long. That's your fault.
Yeah, so if you're going to buy sealed products, make sure you get official Pokemon Center products. There's things called Elite Trainer boxes. Those have 9 booster packs and some special extras like promos and sleeves. There's full booster boxes. Those are a little pricier, but it's just full of packs. Bundles have 6 booster packs in them. There's usually sealed blister packs. You can tell that the pack hasn't been messed with if it's in a sealed blister pack. EX boxes sometimes have a special promo on them, which is good if that's your loved one's favorite Pokemon. But it's rare that those are in the EX boxes.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there's also premium collections. There's all sorts of different sealed products, as long as it says it's from the Pokemon company. You're getting something that's at least reasonably priced.
Yes, and as Philip just mentioned, highly recommend sign up for the newsletter because they're going to be doing early access for people. So you might actually be able to get stuff from the Pokemon Center website. Maybe, one day.
Crazier things have happened.
So battle decks are a great gift for people who actually want to play. I think it's really great, especially for kids who want to play the game, because they're traditionally not that expensive. They're usually available in the stores. Like a lot of times you can just walk into Best Buy and they still have these because the scalpers can't really flip these.
And they don't want them.
So they just sit there. So that's why I'm just kind of like, these are good products for people who want to play, and sometimes they do have like cool Pokemon in them, you know.
Now they do release new ones all the time because the cards you're allowed to play with change. So if you're gonna get one, make sure it's one of the newest ones because older ones they may not be able to play with those in actual tournament.
True, this is true. Always look it up, find out the legality. That's a video for another day.
Yeah.
And collector supplies. I mean, you got some photos up here show binders, ETB cases, card sleeves. These are all like really great gifts for people. You know, when you play cards, your sleeves rip, the sleeves get damaged, you shuffle them, they get scratched up, and you're always going to need new sleeves, always.
And people usually need more than one binder. So even if they already have a binder, a nice zipper binder, sometimes they have 16-slot binders, which are great if you want to just put a bunch of cards on display. And then ETB cases, if it's a sealed collector, somebody who collects sealed product, they have magnetic clear cases to put them in. So you may be able to find acrylic cases for Elite Trainer boxes, booster boxes, whatever that person's collecting.
I think I know someone who sells those.
Yeah.
I think you can get them at Bob's Pokemart. You can get them. So, yeah, same thing. They do have graded card displays for the graded card collector. Those are always really cool.
Yeah, and you can get custom ones from Etsy and stuff, too.
Yep. Yes, Polyking brings up a good point. Get ringless binders, because the rings will damage your cards.
Yes, that's something that happened to people from when we were kids.
Yep. Oh, yeah. You know, as DVB has up here, your dice, coins, all these things you need.
Yeah, and that one, the picture there, somebody was selling on Etsy. They take the tins that you can get cards in, and they make a little insert for them to keep all sorts of dice and supplies in.
Oh, we probably, instead of giving away all those empty tins, we could have sold them to somebody and made a couple bucks.
Yeah, probably. We didn't do that.
And then merchandise. You got all these cool stuff. I mean, they had that huge Lego thing we were pooping on for a long time. Pops are everywhere. You could find cheap pops all over the place. The Target collab. I mean, the Pokemon is endless. You walk into Five Below, they have a Pokemon section of just all different kinds of Pokemon stuff. Yeah. So if somebody doesn't want to actually play the game or isn't interested in cards, there's tons of Pokemon products out there.
And there's some people who make like fake posters, like counterfeit posters, basically, that look really cool. Yeah. Like they're stolen artwork, but they look cool.
Philip, I do not have a link for that card, that slab display.
I think I saw it on Etsy, actually.
It's probably, yeah, go on Etsy. And people do all kinds of cool stuff on Etsy.
Go on Etsy and look up the word Pokemon. I'm sure you'll find
it. So big ones not to buy, as we mentioned, third-party, resealed stuff on Amazon. eBay is probably better than Amazon, but still very risky.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you're buying
Never buy loose packs. Just don't ever do it.
And even on Amazon, if it says shipped and sold by Amazon, it still might be resealed. So just don't do it.
Yeah, Amazon got better that they stopped taking returns, but there's still a lot of third-party stuff out there. You know, and so, you know, hopefully we helped you kind of guide to, you know, a gift that you may give to somebody and they may actually enjoy it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we gave you some ideas, kind of put you in the right mindset for anybody who needed some help. But you know what else we do on the show?
What else do we do?
We go over the prices of cards.
All right, so for anybody who actually knows something about Pokemon, we're just going over the changes. I think overall, we're in a flat market.
Yeah, pretty much.
The prices for most things have not really moved up or down. Obviously, there's a little settling space left with Perfect Order, but I think things have leveled out almost 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's been out a while. We're going on a month, basically. I think Perfect Order's been out like a month.
Yeah. Small movements, but like even in the other sets that are you know out, like Ascended Heroes and Phantasmal Flames, the prices have not moved a lot. I think it's a great time to maybe settle in, look for good deals, pick up cards that you want, and I don't know, sell for anybody who's offering you a good price.
Yep. Yeah, same thing, Phantasmal. Really no big movers here. So the next thing up, we're running out of time tonight. This is the show. We took a lot of time. So the next thing up, we're going to do Pack Battle. So this is going to be, me and Molly are going to be Pack Battle. We're doing Mega Evolution. So if anybody wants some free packs, we're going to open these up on camera. And we're going to give them away if you answer our Alakazam quiz question, which will come up after this. So,
let's do one at a time. So what do we got? We got Riolu. I don't know what that is. Pokemon Center Lady. Nicklet. Celebi. Stone Journer. Forest of Vitality. We got the reverse gimme ghoul. A reverse foil Alakazam. Ooh, look at that air balloon.
Woo-hoo.
Very nice.
Oh, when we used to have the green screen, this card was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Got
So-
it.
Now you got to hold them up to the camera.
Wait, 7?
We'll hold them up so I
The
can read them
camera
off.
up there.
So I can read them off. We got Corphish, Tangela, Sandshrew, Litleo, sorry, Houndstone, Centra Scorch, Premium Power Pro, and then we got Nicklet reverse.
We both got that.
We got a Rare Candy reverse and Hariyama.
Hariyama.
All right, so it looks like Bob got this one this week.
All right, so if you want to win these, after this video gets posted, all you got to do is answer the Alakazam question, and we will randomly select the winner. This week's Alakazam question is, when is Mewtwo's birthday? Is it February 6th? Is it May 22nd? Or is it September 28th? After this video gets posted, you'll go comment your answer below. And next week, we're going to pick a winner. So speaking of picking a winner, we have to pick a winner for last week's. Oh, very nice. We're very happy for you. So let's spin the wheel of destiny.
How many entries do we have?
Two
Two
entries.
Wow.
Is it going to be Beta or Stephanie?
Looks like Stephanie got it. Congratulations.
Stephanie,
You're gonna get
congratulations.
all those cards that we opened on last week's stream.
Girl power.
If you guys want to get all the cards we opened this week, make sure you go in, answer the quiz question in the comments after the video is posted. You got until Thursday of next week.
Thursday. Make sure you get that in. We are very short on time. We're going to head over to Whatnot after this show. Make sure you sign up. Make sure you get in. We're going to have a whole lot of fun over there. We're doing bingo. So I'm Bob,
I'm DVB.
I'm Molly.
and we'll see you over in Whatnot. Thanks for joining in.